Hello everybody, this is Source Codex aka Jazz Fusion time, and it's about that time for another What Have I Been Buying Recently? Well, I really pulled a couple big triggers, and I picked up OZRIC Tentacles Trees of Eternity 7 CD Deluxe hardback book and these listed CDs. This is this is a big deal. I have not opened this yet, but I'm pretty excited about having it. And from a laser CD, thank you, Ken Golden, I picked up OZRIC Tentacles Traveling the Great Circle 7 CD DVD with a deluxe hardback book. You've got Pungent, Effulgent, Earthland, Stranger 2, Jurassic Shift, Demos and Rarities, Live Under Slunky, and a Live at the Fridge 1991. So, another big trigger to pull here. And pretty happy about that. Now, been doing a lot of shopping overseas, and from Makari, Japan, I picked up Fragile's Handle with Care. Through Amazon Japan, I picked up Fragile's Fragile, self-titled. Fragile Zahn. Again, no, I'll take it back. These guys came from Japan via Discogs. Can't think of the name of the group, but they basically were sending these from Japan, free shipping with really decent price, like $20, which is really good deal on these old Fragile Jazz Fusion CDs. Same deal on this one here. This came from Amazon Japan. Fragile Phantom, Fragile The Sun and the Melodies. I got all these at a really good price. You pay through the nose if you try and buy it off of Discogs, because all the Japanese sellers and European sellers are really gouging you on the price and the shipping. And on Makari Japan, I lucked up and found Eddie Jopson's Ultimate Zero Tour Live. And I got this at quite a good deal. I'll tell you later in the description below on a really neat thing I found out, how to buy stuff from Japan at really good prices and great shipping. Also from Japan, off of eBay, I picked up this really high-end copy of UK's self-titled release, and it comes with 2 bonus tracks. But I can attest to the fact that the fidelity in this ultra high quality version is indeed, it was worth every penny. Took forever for the seller to send it to me off of eBay, but it finally arrived. Okay, what else? Let's just grab some random stuff here. Cameron Graves, keyboardist. This is his release 7. And it's prog rocky, jazz fusiony. Colin Cook on guitar does a great job. This kind of smells like Planet X sometimes. but I recommend this guy. And then, I don't know how to pronounce their name, but the group was called Pliny or Pliny, and this came from the UK. This is Handmade Cities, and it's really amazing prog rock with really strong guitars and superb keyboards and very intelligent compositions. Pliny, Plini. I think that's how it's pronounced. And then I stumbled upon these guys by total accident. This is Eccentric Orbit, Attack of the Martians. And amazing enough, there's no guitar on here. It's just a really over-the-top bass work and other instruments. I don't know who to compare them to, but I really liked them. And I got talking with the guy in the band via messaging him through Amazon, and they're a really nice bunch of guys. And this is another Eccentric Orbit creation of the humanoids. So that's some more interesting purchases. And does anybody remember Daryl Stumer? This is his kind of best of collection rewired. He's best known playing with Jean-Luc Ponty in the way back days. But this stuff is good. I really enjoyed this CD listening to it. Now for your really complex instrumental guitar, this is Michael Harris. This is an older release. Sketches from the Thought Chamber. And I bought it for the very first song, Prognosis. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that song is worth the price of admission. But very good stuff. And does anybody remember Gamelan? Well, I listened through many of their releases on YouTube and decided that Aerial View was the strongest. And I highly recommend this music. Sort of fusiony, sort of proggy, sort of straight up instrumental guitar, intelligent compositions all the way around. That weird noise was my security alarm letting me know somebody was out front. Sorry about that. Anyway, and then I picked up Le Voyage by the famous electric violinist Jean-Luc Ponty. And it is an anthology, sort of a best of from many of his releases. And good old Alan Holsworth is on several of these pieces. Picked it up off eBay for next to nothing. Now, bought some more. Really busy shopping month for me. Dixie Dregs King Biscuit Hour. This was a live concert at the Sigma Sound Studios, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, June 17th, 1979. Really tight stuff. I really enjoyed this. And I kind of got on a T-Tech binge. This is a best of Primal tracks. I bought one for me, and I also bought one to sell because this is kind of rare. So I've got one of these up for sale. And in the description, I'll put links to any of the CDs that I mentioned on this video, upcoming part of the video, where I talk about stuff I bought for resale. Primal tracks, got some good stuff. But I also went ahead and found Scott Henderson and Tribal Tech's Spears. Another great release. Sort of hard to find, but I looked up and found it. Dr. He. More Tribal Tech. Another great release. You need to pay careful attention when you shop for these releases, because there are remastered, better quality releases of Tribal Tech, and if you look carefully on Discogs at the database there, you can locate the label and the exact version to pick up for the best sound. Here's some more really old Scott Henderson on a release, another hard to find release. This is called Players, and this is a live concert, but I swear it sounds like studio. Got T. Levitz here from the Dregs, Jeff Berlin of Bruford fame and other things, and Steve Smith. Hey, he's got hair. And of course, Scott Henderson looks a whole lot younger there. All right, don't we all look a whole lot younger? I don't know if I mentioned this the last video of stuff I bought, but I'll just mention it again. This is Soft Machine in Switzerland. It's a CD and a DVD, and good old Alan Holdsworth is tearing it up here. And some incredible bass work too, I must say. Okay, on the electronic side of things, I had to listen to Steve Roach and Robert Logan's Second Nature release, and I thought it was a good one, so I grabbed it from somebody somewhere, I don't remember. And then the deluxe edition of Isao Tomita, The Planets. This came off of Amazon. It was an import from Japan, but I didn't pay that much for it. But this is an excellent release by Tomita. And another Tomita release. This is the Bermuda Triangle. It looks nothing like the old LP that I used to have. Totally different cover, but a really quality synthesizer work in here. I highly recommend it. Again, this came from Japan, the Bermuda Triangle, and it's remastered and all that, and I thought, yeah, that'd be good to add to my collection. And then Patrick O'Hearn's Glaciation. I used to only have this as a set of digital files, but I decided to go ahead and say, hey, let me get the CD, because digital files are iffy. They can go away in a heartbeat. Okay, that's it for stuff I bought that I'm going to keep. But what about stuff I bought to sell? Well, I bought 2 of Weather Report's the Columbia years, 71 to 75. And this has got a bunch of their very early releases and 2 CD live in Tokyo. But I have to tell you, except for tail spinning, I could not get into the other stuff. It was just too much free form, meandering kind of jazz. Not my cup of fusion. When Jocko joined Weather Report, I think things really took off in a very interesting direction. But if you're a collector, these are quite hard to find, and they are priced according to their rarity. And when you look in the link for where I'm selling these, you will also find out the condition of the CDs they're in, and most of them are in quite good condition, VG plus to mint condition. May have mentioned this in an earlier CD, but this is a rare, hard to come by set of 2 CDs live in Connecticut and 1 DVD with several live shows on it. And this came from Europe, and I've got this for sale. I will add a link to it. I highly recommend it. Now, of course, when I bought my box sets of OZRIC Tentacles, it's time to get rid of my original ones. Pungent Effulgent, Strangitude, and I will have links to all of these in the description where you can buy them. Jurassic Shift, Land, Arborescence. This was the first CD of OZRIC Tentacles I ever bought, and when I heard it, I said, well, this is a CD. I guess I'll buy a CD player. So I went right out that week and bought one just so I could hear this thing in all its glory. That was a call trying to come in. I just got rid of it. Here is Curious Corn by OZRIC Tentacles. Here is a Spiced Out. And this thing came in a weird, squishy plastic sleeve, but it turned gummy and disgusting, and you could hardly get it off the CD to listen to the CD. So, Spiced Out, gigs in the ether streaming does not have that original icky cover. And then my last, The Hidden Step by the OZRIC Tentacles. I had several more of these, but they've already been sold right after I listed them. Now, I've got a good amount of other CDs that are worth mentioning here that I have for sale. And, let me get to it. I've got a lot of Blues for Tony, the 2 CD live show. That's 1 with Holdsworth, 2, 3, 4, brand new, 5, brand new. And like I mentioned, I also have a copy of T-Tech's Primal Tracks, which is quite rare. And I have 2 of the best of Alan Holdsworth, Against the Clock. These are in great condition, and they are for sale as well. Got a Steve Topping, Time and Distance for sale. It's at quite a bargain price because there's water warping issues with the tray card and the booklet. But you can read about that when you go online. Now here's 2 really weird versions of Intermounting Flame and Birds of Fire by the Mahavishnu Orchestra. When I was reviewing CDs back in the late 90s and the early 2000s, I was sent these CDs to review, which I did. But now, all these years later, I decided to put them up for sale because I don't need them anymore. I found out these were made in the Russian Federation, so they're kind of rare. They're unique. Now, this is something that's really hard to find. I actually found 2 of them, and I have one that I'm keeping, but this is a mobile Fidelity Sound Lab ultra super duper recording of the Intermounting Flame. And it's got that nice cool little thing that pops up and holds the CD and takes it back down when you close it. But this, if you're really into hearing the Mahavishnu Orchestra as best as possible, this Ultra Disc with the 24 karat gold is how you want to listen to them. Now I'm going to just mention a few CDs that I bought that are just odd genres. This is Spirit, kind of Celtic music I listened to on YouTube. That's new. This is sort of a weird techno group, rave kind of music. New, Raw, Ninth, Inti, more of the same, boom, 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 boom kind of stuff. And E Mantra. I'm not going to try and pronounce this guy's name. Then you've got this mellowed out kind of new agey synthesizers and Asian instruments mixed. Cosmic Nature's Lotus Land. And another on the Bizarro train is Zozra's Canvas of the Mind, an instrumental movement through time and space. Okay, whatever. And Musical Starstreams guy, Frank Forrest, they started releasing CDs, and this is 2AD, a waveform compilation. And then if you like prog rock with electric violin out the wazoo, here is Spiral Realms Solar Wind. And again, there'll be links to all these. And now I'm going to go show you on my computer CDs that are on the way, bought and paid for, but they haven't got here yet. So hang on. I almost forgot to mention a recent purchase for resale that just came in. This is Chad Wackerman's Dreams, Nightmares, and Improvisations. And this is kind of really a deluxe version. Let me open this up. This is brand new, and this type sealing is just the way that the seller sends this item out. It's got a really nice booklet, a whole lot of good information about Chad Wackerman. And the CD is in this nice plastic sleeve here. Never been played. We got virgin material here. And like I've said to some people before, Alan Holdsworth plays on this CD in styles and sounds and with instruments that I've never heard him play like and sound like on any other recording he's guested on. This is truly unique. And of course, Chad Wackerman is awesome on the drums. But I highly recommend it. I will put a link to it for you. It's well worth every penny you could invest. Okay, I'm back. This is on its way from Japan, UK, the Sahara of Snow. A bootleg, yes, but I wanted it. And Fragile Live. You'll notice the listing says sold. I wonder who bought it. Yep, that's on the way too. And then Mahavishnu Orchestra One World. live recordings in New York and Boston, and that is on the way as well. I was surprised to see this one. This is the Alan Holdsworth and Alan Pasqua group, and it's called Double Precision, live at Quasimodo Berlin 2007. So obviously a bootleg, but I'm really interested in hearing how it sounds. Same guys, I'm sure, that recorded Blues for Tony here in the US. And then a really hard to find ambient electronic with guitar mixed, Highway 1 by Diatonis. And also I purchased his Landscape of a Dream, Diatonis' remastered version. It is on the way as well. And good old Max Corbaccio's Deluxe Edition Nocturnes. It is on the way. And a big drum roll here for something truly, truly rare. The Dog Cheese Lost Studio Works album with Michael Landau, Vinnie Colaiuta, Larry Clemas, Steve Taglioni, and Larry Klein. This was a very short-lived band and just incredible music. A lot of what's out there that you'll hear on YouTube is people made recordings in the audience when they were playing at the Baked Potato. But this is very, very hard to find. Lost Studio Works. And I'm looking for that to be on the way quite soon. And that's it for now. That's what's on the way. And you saw what has already arrived. I hope you discover something new here. Ciao! Oh, I almost forgot. Just yesterday, I purchased off of Bandcamp Dan Pound The Healing. Dan Pound's The Healing. He did a lot of mentoring under the famous ambient musician Steve Roach. But I found this one to be really nice. So this is on the way as well. Forgot to mention it. Now I can say this is Source Codex Jazz Fusion Guy signing off.